ربي زدني علما.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Okay, Yusuf, today is our which class?
Fifth, right?
Yay, yes, fifth class. And today we are going to again continue Surah Kahf. We are done with the story, but there's still some part of the story left, as in what happens after the people of the cave, they go back to the cave. Okay?
Okay.
Before we do that, so you have a pop quiz today. Up till now, you have memorized 18 words. I'm going to ask you the words randomly and you're going to tell me their meaning in English. Okay? So the first word is kitab.
Book.
Very good. Allah.
Allah.
Haq.
Purpose or truth.
Mu'min.
Believer.
Abd.
Slave.
Very
or
good.
servant.
Yeah, both are correct. Rab.
Lord or master.
Sama or samawat.
Skies or heavens.
Ard.
Earth.
Ashab.
Companions.
Ilahan.
A god.
Waladan.
A boy.
Huda.
Huda is guidance, yeah.
Yeah, you got it. Qalb.
Heart.
Ayatun.
Verses are miraculous signs.
Excellent. Okay. Rahmatun.
Mercy.
Yameen.
Right.
Yawm.
Day.
And the last one, the hard one, Wa'd.
Promise.
Very good. Oh, you passed the test, the pop quiz, and you aced it. MashaAllah, very good. May Allah reward you for your effort. Okay, so today you'll be learning 5 new words, and I've already marked them, which you're going to do, inshallah. So as we go in the ayahs and whenever they appear, I'll let you know. Okay, so بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Let's continue the surah. We are doing ayah number 21, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala starts the ayah telling us that just like that we made their case known, we caused the people to find them. وَكَذَلِكَ أَعْثَرْنَا عَلَيْهِمْ لِيَعْلَمُوا أَنَّ وَعْدَ اللَّهِ حَقٌّ, that the promise of Allah is truth. وَأَنَّ السَّاعَةَ لَا رَيْبَ that certainly there can be no doubt about the hour. And by as-sa'a we mean the day of judgment. Okay, so this is the first word that you have to memorize. As-sa'a.
What does it mean?
Hour.
Hour.
So Yusuf, at the time when the people of cave were discovered, as in when they were known to the people who were living at that time, so Allah resurrected the people of cave as a sign and proof of resurrection. So this is what's happening in the story. So Ashabul Kahf woke after say more than 300 years, and when they woke up, of course they were totally new people who were living there in that town, in the city where they left. So people can see that this is going to be the same way as on the day of judgment. Allah is going to wake up, resurrect us. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, لِيَعْلَمُوا أَنَّ وَعْدَ اللَّهِ حَقٌّ, so that they would know that the promise of Allah is truth, and that there is no doubt about as-sa'a. فَقَالُوا بُنُوا عَلَيْهِمْ بُنْيَانًا. They said, how about we construct a building on them? So now what happens in the story is that, yes, one of the companions of the cave, remember, he went to get food, right?
Yeah.
Fast forward, what is happening in the story, that person went back into the cave, and maybe they slept and they eventually died. Okay? So we don't know what happened to the story. They died, and as he passed away, now the people are saying all about the people of the cave that how about we construct a building on them, on these Ashabul Kahf who Allah resurrected about after so many years. How about we construct a building on them? And Rabbuhum a'lamu bihim. Their Rabb knows them better. And a'lamu is the next word that you have to memorize. Okay? A'lamu, it means knows better.
Okay.
قال الذين غلبوا على أمرهم. Amr is the next word that you have to memorize. So this is the third word. Amrun means matter, and sometimes it also means command. So there were two groups. So the people who won this argument, who overpowered this matter, they said that surely we are going to make a masjid on them. We are going to make a masjid for Ashabul Kahf. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us, سَيَقُولُونَ ثَلَاثَةٌ رَابِعُهُمْ قَلْبُهُم. Okay, now they're having a discussion about how many were they. Does it matter how many were they? It doesn't matter, because when Allah tells us a story, remember, it is a story based upon truth and with a purpose. حَقٌّ. We learned a lot of lessons from the story that Ashabul Kahf, they took the step, but they made dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And how they made dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah helped them for so many years. Okay, there's so many lessons to learn from the story. Even the lesson about when they asked one of their friends to go get them food, and now they're saying that make sure you go bring a food which is halal, make sure you don't overspend, and all those things, right? There were so many lessons in the story. And apart from taking the lessons, now people are having a discussion about, oh, how many were they? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is recording that in the Quran. Soon they say that they were 3 and the 4th one was their dog. Then they would say that, oh no, actually they were 5 and the 6th one was dog. And then they would say and make an estimation about the things they haven't seen, and they would say that maybe they were 7 and the 8th one was their dog. قُلْ رَبِّي أَعْلَمُ بِعِدَّتِهِمْ. That they should say that my Rabb, he knows better how much their count was. مَا يَعْلَمُهُمْ إِلَّا قَلِيلٌ. And the actual number, that how many they were, only a very little people know about it. And qaleel is the next word that you're going to memorize. Qalilun. It means little.
Okay.
فَلَا تُمَارِ فِيهِمْ إِلَّا مِرَاءً ظَاهِرًا. So do not argue about them except with an obvious evidence, and do not inquire about them from anyone. So the number, having a discussion about how much they were, is not the point of discussion that is to be made. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in ayah number 23 talks to Prophet Muhammad, and he says, وَلَا تَقُولَنَّ لِشَيْءٍ إِنِّي فَاعِلٌ. That do not say for anything that surely I am going to do this tomorrow, except that Allah wills. أَن يَشَاءَ Allah, that Allah wills. وَاذْكُرْ رَبِّكَ, and remember your Rabb. إِذَا نَسِيتَ, if you forget, then remember your Rabb. And say that soon my Rabb, hopefully my Rabb is going to guide me. لِأَقْرَبَ مِنْ هَذَا رَشَدًا. Maybe that my Rabb guides me to a nearer way of truth than this one. So now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling the Prophet, it is of course for us as well, that do not say that I'm going to do this tomorrow, I'm going to play Fortnite tomorrow, I'm going to go to school tomorrow, I'm going to go to park tomorrow. So it could be any of those things. So Allah is telling us that do not say that I'm going to do this tomorrow, except we should say inshallah with it.
So inshallah, I won't go to school tomorrow.
You wish, Yusuf. Tomorrow is a school day, but you never know. If Allah wills, if there is a snow day, you never know what happens. If Allah wills, only then we can do this. Also, another thing, Allah is saying that remember Allah if you forget. This means if you forget to say inshallah, if Allah wills, then say it when you remember. Okay? If you forget to say inshallah, whenever you remember, just go ahead, say that. Even it is a year later. So continuing the next ayah, number 25. وَلَبِثُوا فِي كَهْفِهِمْ ثَلَاثَ مِئَةٍ سَنِينَ وَازْدَادُوا تِسْعًا. Now in the story, Allah tells us that how long the people of cave stay in the cave. Can you make a guess? How many years? I'm going to read the ayah. Listen to it carefully. So the people of the cave stayed for ثَلَاثَ سِنِينَ and وَازْدَادُوا تِسْعًا. ثَلَاثَ. So how many hundred? You said thalatha is?
Thalatha is 3.
So 300 and tis'a, 309.
Oh, 309 years.
Yeah, so they stayed in the cave for 309 years. That is like such a long sleep, Yusuf. So قُلِ اللَّهُ أَعْلَمُ بِمَا لَبِثُوا. Say that Allah, He knows better. How long did this stay? Lahu ghaybu samawati wal ard. Only for Him is the unseen of the skies, of the heavens and the earth. Absir bihi, how clearly He sees. Wa asmi, how clearly He hears. Ma lahum min dunim min wali, that there is nobody except for Him as a wali, as a close friend, as a protector, of somebody who shelters you. وَلَا يُشْرِكُ فِي حُكْمِهِ أَحَدًا. And He makes none to share in His decision and His rule. Always remember that we are not the ones who know everything. Allah is the one who knows everything, whether we see it or not, but Allah sees everything and He is clearly looking at it and He's clearly listening to it, hearing it. And also, may Allah guide us that from the stories of Quran, we do not just make it a source of discussing the facts and the figure. Oh, this happened in the story. Oh, this happened in the story. I know the story I know the whole story. I already know the story. But the thing is, what are the lessons that I am learning from this story? How do I connect to this story? So, Yusuf, today we ended the story of Ashabul Kahf, and after 2 classes, we would start the next story because there is some discussion in between where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to tell us about the people of Jannah as well, and some other discussion. And then we would start with our second story, which is the story of the 2 gardens. But before we do, again, just thinking back, could you please share any 1, 2, or 3 things that made you connect to the story? What is something that you learned about the story that you want to do for yourself, inshallah?
Say inshallah so you have no school the next day.
Inshallah. So saying inshallah.
And taking a step and then saying dua.
Oh yes, taking the step and then making the dua. And what if you made dua that, oh Allah, my chess tournament is coming up, make it easy for me, and in your head you're making the dua that Rabbana atina min ladunka rahma wa hayyi lana min amrina rashada, and Allah is making that task easy for you. Does the dua accept exactly the way we think, or sometimes it is a different way?
Sometimes a different or better way.
Yeah, sometimes different, better way. So may Allah help us, may Allah guide us through Quran. We'll end up here. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum. We shared what lessons we learned from the companions of the cave story. Now you guys comment down below what you guys learned and what you guys can teach us, and we'll read some of them in the next video. Subscribe to our channel and share the video so others can benefit from it.